We're giving you 5 emerging technology innovations that are changing the world.
Enjoy exciting and educating talks on tech and its future on Tech Gist every Wednesday.
Hello and welcome to Tech Gist, and my name is Mikhail Bashwa, and with me in the studio is my wonderful partner, EJ.
Well, it is so good to be on the show once again, and yes, I am EJ. Today we will be talking about emerging technologies. Five technologies that are actually going to change the world. There are a lot of simpler technologies, emerging technologies that have changed how we live. How we look at our bodies.
Yes, of course.
How our life is so much easier with them being around. Not like we totally depend on them. We're still the higher beings. But yes, we're giving you technologies, emerging technologies or innovations that are making our lives easier. And today on Tech Gist, that's what we're doing. So do stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Discover amazing entrepreneurs with successful businesses and creating impacts on the Business Leader of the Week show every Saturday. The internet is not just a web, it is also an estate. Catch the exciting stories of people making money on the internet live on the Internet Business Show every Friday. Enjoy exciting and educating talks on tech and its future on Tech Gist every Wednesday. Enjoy global and local news in different languages on Tech News every Tuesday. Discover entrepreneurs making impacts and changing lives on the Top 5 Entrepreneurs every Thursday. Catch all of these exciting shows live on Dabba TV.
So, like I said earlier on, welcome back, and we're giving you 5 emerging technology innovations that are changing the world. And I'm starting with this one at number 5. Now, we all know that it's really surprising that from sand you can make glass. Like that colorful sand, when you put all of the chemicals, a glass will actually come out. So yes, sand can also be a conduction of electricity or of heat.
Yes, of course.
Heating. So what I'm trying to say is that this Finnish scientists, they've come about making sand batteries, which could store up energy for us anywhere, probably in the desert or something, to power up cables, to heat up
electronic devices,
just to provide electricity, to provide energy to a particular body. So sand batteries are being used in some parts of the world to create energy, and it is just amazing. So they put this sand in a silicone container or a silver-like container, and then they heat it up with solar energy and what else? One other stuff. They heat it up, and then bam, it's going to create warmth and heat for buildings and people around that vicinity
to generate energy.
Just makes me think of this new city in Saudi Arabia, how they're going to build it on the desert. All the scientists, where do you get the brains from?
It's more than that, because it's imagination. All these things start from imagination, actually, because you have to imagine. So when you're able to imagine, then you can be able to come up with stuff like that. Because normally sand is like what will I call it? Tiny crystals. So but put together is called sand. So scientists have been able to look into that and harness the power in sand, and through frictional, just frictionizing it together and generating energy. But I believe very soon, I think sand is going to become gold,
Well, I hope by then it's still available, because when you start talking about all of these things, like we know that there's a part in the country, not this country, there's a part in the world that there used to be water field. It used to be a water field. Is it oasis or a river?
Okay.
Right now it's dried up. And I saw that when they were relating it to the Bible. They said that according to the Bible, that land, that place was going to dry up when it comes to end times. I'm not talking about end times right now. But what I'm trying to say is that it has dried up. The water there has dried up. So we just hope that the time, we know that sand is very valuable to us. It's not going to fly in the air and scatter.
No, I think
Sahara desert
sand is going to be forever. Sand is just as important as water, because after water is sand. These are the most important two elements we have in this we call it earth, but it's sand. It's going to be around for a very long time. But people are beginning to realize that they can harness energy from it, and that is to let you understand how people are willing to come up with technology, that can change the world. It's a big one for me, the sand batteries, because if you tell somebody this like 10 to 5 years or even 20 years ago, they'd be like, sand. Oh, sand. Sand.
Moving on, we have this one. This one that is very important for people underwater. Like water survivors. People that save people in water. Divers rather. People that go into the water for sharks. All of those things. So we call it underwater gloves, and it's just made like an octopus skin. So it's when you get to hold an octopus, probably a crab.
Yeah.
No, not a crab, rather.
No,
a starfish or something. Let's just basically use an octopus.
Yeah.
It has this gummy side on the octopus.
Like a sticker.
Yes, like a stick.
Yeah.
So it just sticks on and it never wants to leave you, and then probably kills you. When it's attached to your face. Like a screw in the hair. So when it's attached to your face and it kills you. So this underwater gloves is very helpful for water divers. People that are going into oil and gas that are found in the sea, very good for them because they are able to hold things without having to break them or without having to
slip away. Very fragile objects in the sea because.
But it's expensive.
Yeah,
so underwater glove is a very good innovation for people that are in water. It's able to hold things that are beneath.
The seas, and when we talk about sea objects or coming up with something like that, it's because they must have had experiences going through a factor where they've been trying to pick up objects from under the seas, and they've been using all these heavy metals and stuff. They tend up damaging those objects, and they have to come up with something that's very easy, that can easily pick up those objects. All this. It's very important because under the water is very fragile, because water actually makes things very, very soft and very, very light. So it's a very good development, but it may sound strange, but I believe it's very important over time, because I believe it won't just be used underwater over time. It's going to be used in our natural habitat environment, to hold things together, maybe structural buildings, evolving, just keeps evolving. Sure.
And this one, moving on to the next one, this one is like, I don't know, like I always say, and I always relate my words to movies. They've been there. They've put it in movies. We just don't watch them, and they're telling us that these things are around, in movies. They're telling us that just note that these things are around. We're talking about xenotransportation. So it doesn't seem familiar to you, but xenotransportation is artificially moving a pig's heart into a human body.
Not just heart.
So it's transplanting the pig's heart.
Just put it that way. Transplantation of
body.
a animal body, not just pig, animal body into a human body organs.
We're all animals.
We are higher beings, higher hierarchy.
A pig into, why I first of all started it as a movie, because in the Umbrella Academy, we saw, is it Mungo? I've forgotten his name, the ape in Umbrella Academy. He had somewhat of that's a baboon, right?
Yes, of course.
And then the number one.
Yes.
Number one had, I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah, I do. My favorite is number 5, actually.
Okay, so,
I'm a big fan of number 5.
I like number 5. So number one later on had an ape's body. That's because they gave the injection of the ape into number one when he was cancerous. He looked cancerous. He had all of those disease and all of that. He got infected. How would I put it that way? So I mean, I'm just saying that he now had the body of an ape. He had the body of an ape, and that was how they did all those transportation. And it was another movie. This girl on Marvin's the movie. So her mother was testing a pig on how to sleep, how to do that, how to listen to instructions, and all of that. These things still exist. For them to bring it out and say that a pig, you can transplant a pig's heart into a human body, it's something that they've done, and I can tell you that 2 people have already gone through that process. But unfortunately, one died, and the other, they are still
alive, studying his case,
He's still going to die soon, which I feel so. Oh my gosh.
Because unless
it's I'm trying to be a
bad person,
but then again, I know they're trying to keep lives, but having to put a pig's body into a human body. It's just something that...
No, genetically speaking, because there has been proof of, we having, how will I put it, related biological replicate body to some animals, we have, like you said, chimpanzees, like pig, we have connections to all these kind of animals, and we live in a world where everything's interconnected, and these scientists are beginning to realize that. They're beginning to look like, okay, well, we have to look beyond being humans alone. Let's tap into other animals and see what we have in common, and how we can use that to benefit ourselves. And that is how this particular practice started. And I don't know how long it's going to take. Probably end up giving each a pig eye or something. Probably if they can't find a human eye or something.
Say what now?
Oh my God!
But really, I must commend the works of the scientists.
Yes, of course.
Pretty well, trying to make the world a better place in terms of technology, new innovations, new ideas that they bring up.
Yeah.
It's crazy and it's not easy to come up with ideas.
Honestly.
We must commend them. Okay, to the other one.
Yeah, my favorite. It's always my favorite. I'm a big fan of it. Let me say it.
Okay.
3D printing bones. The ability of 3D technology. 3D is something very, very interesting to me. I've always been a big fan of it, and possibly in the future, I'm going to invest on it, like billions into it, because 3D technology or 3D printing is the future. And we're talking about them being able to print bones and human parts now, and so many other things that actually has caught attention of big marketers, and people are beginning to realize the potential of these people. No. The difference is that
in a bowl, from a machine. We talked about 3D printing the last time.
Sure.
Yeah, we talked about 3D printing last time, and having to print a bone or something that's attached to the body, and then put it back into a human's body. It is amazing.
Yes, of course, and it's going to function well. No, definitely, it's going to really function well. What I really like about not much difference between 3D printing and this xenotransplantation is that you're dealing with an organic matter, and that is when you're doing a xenotransplantation. But when it comes to 3D printing, you're not dealing with organic tissue. You're dealing with materials you actually created by yourself. So I think that's just the two different. So if you want to have a heart transplant, you have an option. Go for the pig, or probably a heart they created for you using 3D technology printing. So that's just the difference, honestly.
Amazing. Well done, scientists. Well done, developers. Well done, developers. Now there's this one also, which is called the AI image generation. It's just like how I would put it is just you going up on Google or on the internet to search for an image that you want, and you type it in words, and then the image comes out. Basically that's what you do. But now developers, software engineers, they've made a software, or they're making a software which is coming up pretty soon, to be able to just put in words, type in words of pictures that you want, and they create it and they give it to you. So it's like a software. I don't know if you understand. They create that software will help you create that picture you want. Like if you're looking for a dog sitting on a tree or something, you just type it into the machine or the software, and then it prints it out for you. That's something that happens on the internet right now. But what I don't know yet, what I want on the internet right now, is being able to capture. I think it happens on Google something, but I'm not sure. Being able to capture an object or a face of a person. It happens here it happens in the criminology department. Oh, really? When you photograph a person. You photograph a person, and then you want to search who this person
database.
is. Then you now put it up on the internet, and
you search for the face.
Well, we're not able to do that
in Nigeria
on our phone.
Not yet.
We're not able to do that on our phone. It just happens.
That technology is not for the public currently, because I will not lie to you. That technology is just. I just want to find out who this person is. I could, a stalker could be following me, and I want to just snap a person and look him up on Google quickly. But it's just not there. It will even show his location based on if the location is on their phone.
Well, that's what I want, and that's what this AI image generation is. Having to build a software whereby you can type in a word of something you're looking for, and then it gives it to you. So yes, that is what developers, scientists are crafting right now, and it's a good idea. It's a good innovation, I must say, and amazing.
Very amazing. In short words, it's advanced graphics to me. Advanced graphics. Honestly, it's that simple as that. It's just advanced graphics, and people are just taking graphics to another level. Everything concerning image, if you're a graphics designer, you understand vastly and where she's coming from, where she's going to. But if you're not into graphics, so a layman understanding is advanced graphics, bringing image to you at a very easy pace and something you can easily make use of. Sometimes it takes time for you to come up with different kinds of images you have in your head, but you can search for it and somebody is going to pop it out for you the way you want it. So it's a good one. It's changing the world, honestly.
And with that, we have so many innovations,
technology
ideas that are out there. We could also bring that to your screens.
Yes, of course.
So now, we're going to give you 5.
That's 5 already. Yeah.
And we'd like to also know, would you want your body parts be replaced with something of an animal? Of lower beings?
No. There are no lower beings.
I mean,
there are no lower beings. There are no lower beings. I don't agree with that. There are no lower beings. What we have is categories of human beings, because we are the ones categorizing all other beings, because we know we are higher beings, but that doesn't mean we are meant to put ourselves, because categories in terms of like species and all those kind of stuff.
Species are low. We are primates.
We are what? Which primates?
So we are upper animals.
Which upper animals?
Please support me in this case.
Listen. In this matter, let me explain. Let me explain myself. Scientifically speaking,
by an animal. Do leave a comment in the comment section.
Oh yes,
Do
of course.
not forget to like this video.
Yes, of
and
course.
also subscribe to our channel, Dabba TV. But till we meet again, my name still remains the exciting EJ on air.
And my name is Mickey Bash, aka whatever you feel like calling me. Because EJ, I won't stop on that topic. Like that topic is another, like we are not upper beings like that. Take care of yourself. Like have a wonderful day. Shalom. Bye. Ooh. Oh my God!
Enjoy exciting and educating talks on tech and its future on Tech Gist every Wednesday.